And so please describe to me what the aesthetic look is exactly.
More like this guy here.
Yeah. So we'll go ahead and
Oh wow, you really have to come in here?
like this guy.
Is this
No,
is this really happening? You met the other guy behind you, bro. Like I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm right into that bad boy.
You can stay right there, behind the camera, behind the camera. No, see now that you got me jealous now.
That's okay.
That's not
so
fair.
You're more in the category like Luther Arnold. Okay?
My man. Yeah. Arnold Ferrigno. Huh?
Okay.
Aesthetic. That's great, partner. You two ever go outplace everything in its proper place?
That does not make sense, but we usually do go, we head to Kroger's and we work.
Oh, yeah. I've got a lady waiting for me back home also. She has the most beautiful scrotum. Oh, God. And when she sings, she sounds just like a puppy dog. How do you nail a photo?
Just gotta get in the mode. You gotta talk with your eyes.
Talk with your eyes.
Talk with your eyes. You
Okay,
gotta
so
have the eyes
can
first.
you show me a little bit of something, like to this camera? I would love to know how to do this. I just want to know.
Well,
How
I
do you do it?
mean,
Teach
the
me
smile,
something.
You can get the sexy eyes. Then you gotta get the smile going on some shoes. But
Wait, hold up.
you got.
I gotta
when it's
try
time,
this with
when,
you.
it, when it's
Hold
time
on.
to laugh,
I gotta try this
you gotta
with
think
you.
of something funny and start laughing.
Do it again. Do it again. How do you do it? Teach me.
Sexy eyes.
The sexy eye.
This is sexy eyes right here.
Smizing?
Smile.
So you're smizing.
Smile.
Okay.
And then you gotta get the.
No,
the
I look
happy-
like I need to take a poop or something.
Wish words were like little toy guns. No sting, no hurt, no one, just a bang, bang. Right?
Is that it?
Yeah, it's something like that. Just a bang,
Toy
bang,
guns.
rolling off your tongue.
Toy guns.
It's no smoke, no
Bang, bang.
bullets.
Water guns. All right.
Pascal. You are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild, Haitian in the building, so original. Got the haters catching feelings. Get your hands up to the ceiling and keep them held high. Cause St. Louis isn't ready. Forget about it, goodbye. Hold up, we just saying hi. Five somebody, rise up. Weekdays, catch us live. Somebody, let's go.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Pascal Show. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. Hope you guys are doing well and enjoying your Tuesday. Some people call this Monday Part 2. You know what I'm saying? But I hope you guys are all having a wonderful one, enjoying your day, making it positive, making it wonderful, making it dope out, up, in, through here, y'all. Okay, if you guys are watching this show and all that, you guys are starting to file in, please do me that favor. Hit that like button down below. That would be greatly appreciated. Real talk. And of course, for those of y'all who are just starting to file in and have never seen this show before, please go hit that subscribe button. We do this show Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, okay, or 9-ish Standard Time as of this week. I'm telling y'all, I'm tired, okay? As much as I tried to go and get some rest yesterday, I still had a whole stack of work still sitting on my desk. So I couldn't really do what I wanted to do, which was relax, chill out, and do not a damn thing. Okay. Then, of course, we got to talk about this next thing, right? One of the main topics, one of the reasons why y'all are all starting to file in right now. Stayed up pretty late to watch Fresh and Fit speak their side of their story. We got to talk about that as well. All right. So we got a lot of stuff to do, a lot of stuff to cover and all that stuff. My boy David is in the house. What's up, man? How you doing, my brother? You're muted, my brother.
Just saying, doing pretty good. I hope everyone in chat's good, and yeah, we have a I guess a good show coming up here, hopefully.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. For me, I'm kind of in the I'm kind of in the situation where I'm going, okay, you know what? I'm going to open up the lines. We do an open conversation about this whole Fresh and Fit their address, right? Their whole live last night. You know what I'm saying? Open it up and see what everybody thinks. Have an open discussion about this because, let's be straight funky. A lot of things were said last night. So I'm thinking about doing that here in a little bit. But of course, I want to talk about, there's a few things I want to say about it in general and all that. Because, obviously, as you guys have known, there's a lot of things going on that I have covered over this whole Fresh and Fit thing. And I'm going to be really honest. Unless there's some huge controversial thing that happens in the near future revolving around Fresh and Fit, I'm hoping that this is the last time we actually cover this Fresh and Fit story, because my channel is not a channel that is specifically on Fresh and Fit content. Like I said, I have talked about them a long time ago in the past. I've given them mad props in the past. I've also critiqued the way that they treat their guests on their show, as far as how they Frank Castle women. Well, mainly it wasn't the Frank Castling women. It was the Frank Castling of two black women that were there and the things that they were saying afterwards and all that stuff. Now, here it is. Aside from all that BS, right? They're entitled to their story. They're absolutely 110% entitled to speaking their side of their truth, right? Now, we saw it. I don't know about y'all, but you guys have all seen it. Okay. Here's the thing. Pioneer's so concerned. He's so pressed about this. The Pioneer, I am in no way, shape, or form trying to be a part of the manosphere. Hail to the no. Okay. I'm not. I don't subscribe to it. You know what I'm saying? I have my own personal opinions. We have talked about this many times before. All right. But this particular situation, this particular story that we've been seeing unfold and fall apart has been heavily controversial, right? And there's been a lot of stuff going on. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, there's the other thing. He says, please do not join the manosphere. But I'd equally advise you not to become an enemy to them either. Not trying to be an enemy of anybody. Okay. They are too controversial. I appreciate your concerns, my brother. But let me tell you something. I'm not trying to be that. I'm my own independent thinker. I don't like to sit there and say that I'm any type of box that people like to put themselves in. Oh, I'm a Republican, so I only think Republican thoughts, or Democrat, or red pill, blue pill, black pill, whatever the hell pill. And we've talked about this a multitude of times. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, no, I'm not trying to join the manosphere. They have their own lane. They doing their own thing, and it's successful. But I like to be able to talk about relationships, talk about things that are going on in my own particular way, in my own perspective. You see what I'm saying? And if I can leave a little bit of some little semblances of advice for people to grab during my commentary, then hey, great. You know what I'm saying? If you could change one mind, right? If you can motivate one mind, right? So that's just me. You see what I'm saying? But at the same time, hey, there's a lane for it. There's a lot of really great content creators out there that are within the manosphere bracket. And I'm never going to throw shade on any of those guys. I mean, keep making that content because we need that voice out there just as much as the woman's sphere and everything else. OK, that voice is needed out here just as much. But at the same time, because of all this crazy stuff that's been going on, we've been covering it right now. Fresh and Fit finally came out and spoke. Finally, that's all. Finally came out and spoke with all their receipts, with all their screenshots, and the sort. And so here's the thing. You know, I could play the video, I could play a bunch of clips and all that. And I'm kind of I'm on the fence about pulling those things up, to be really honest, solely because they said what they said. They put their stuff out there. And honestly, I want to throw the question out to you guys. What did you guys think of the actual live? If you saw it, what did you think? Was it credible evidence? What were they exonerated? Was he exonerated for his wrongdoings, for his alleged wrongdoings, or no? I want to throw that out to everyone out here, you know, and maybe have a discussion about this rather than and put it to bed once and for all, than to I don't know, keep stretching this out so that it just keeps going on and on and on and on and on. I'm hoping that whatever happened last night during the feed cleared some of the air for some people. I mean, you know, at the end of the day, let's be real. It really goes down to how you guys perceive it. You know what I'm saying? And I think that people are instantly biased, right? You know, so they're going to listen to him and believe everything he says, just like those people who are not Fresh and Fit fans, right? they're going to instantly side with the women who have come out and have accused him of doing certain things, right? And the men too, because we got a Hyundai and Large coming in and saying their piece as well, right? So they came out, they did their thing. You know what I mean? They said their piece. They had a bunch of voicemails and recordings and screenshots and all that. I mean, they did their job. They did their due diligence. They pulled out the information, put the stuff out there, and said what they needed to say. Now, it comes down to, do we believe it or not? Is it credible? Is it enough or not? Now, here's the thing. When it comes to, let's talk about this Anna Quinn Fitness situation. When it comes to the Anna Quinn Fitness situation, I saw some things on her IG story, where she was basically saying, hey, this whole thing, what you're saying right now, what they're saying right now is the timeline has been manipulated. That Myron kind of changed it around a tiny bit, where he was like, no, she doxed me first, yet this is what she says in her IG story. She had all his stuff scratched out, his name, his face, all that stuff, just the conversation. And she posted that on her timeline or on her IG story. Then he took that, reposted it, instantly doxing her, putting her information out there. He didn't scratch anything out, so on and so forth. This is her argument. I'm just saying don't kill the messenger. I am just saying what was being said in the IG story. You see what I'm saying? Now, when it comes to the Nina unrated situation, that's a part that I missed out on. So I don't know the full scope of that particular story. But then I went back in and I heard about the Gray, Simone, Miss Cheeks situation as well. And that one, I'm going to be real, is very, very messy. It's extremely messy. All of it, let's be real, all of it is really, really messy. But now there's speculation, or now there's he said that she's probably not pregnant. She's probably lying, so on and so forth, because she's not willing to do a pregnancy test and all that. And for me, I go, well, okay, if she is really if she is mentally unstable, that's all hearsay. I don't know personally. I don't personally know. I brought her on the show because she was coming out with her story. I try to give it the most unbiased conversation. Try to play devil's advocate, to talk about both sides of the spectrum, so that anything that she could be saying that she could be capping on, maybe we're able to hear that in the interview. So hopefully you guys understand that it wasn't like, oh, I'm here to try to destroy Fresh and Fit, because I'm not. All I'm trying to say is, let's get down to the nitty gritty. Let's get down to the truth. How much of this is actually true? Is she lying? Let's find out in the interview. And then as she's speaking and as she's putting out her truth, it is all right, guys, it's up to you to make the decision whether you believe it or not. Here's the interview. Take it, dissect it, chop it up, do whatever you need to do, but you walk away with your own assumption. Now, I do think how Myron conducted himself with various situations here, with these, at least with Anna and with Gray, I do think he didn't do it right. I don't think it was the right way to approach a situation. All right. And so, I stayed up late watching the feed, watching the interview, or watching the conversation and all that. And now we have what we have. You know what I'm saying? it's interesting. Like I said, they put in their information, or they put in their facts, their side of the story. They told what they needed to say, and it really comes down to if you guys believe it or not, right? It comes down to if you're going to take this thing as the truth, or if you're going to take this as just full on, just a freaking fairy tale. All right. But I think what I'm going to do is I'll open up the lines. Because I want to hear from you guys. And honestly, I'm tired as hell. We're going to nip this show in the bud fairly soon. But I would like to hear from you guys. If you guys watched it, stayed up late to watch the whole thing, what were your thoughts on it? Do you believe it or not? Was it fake or real? David, I know you didn't watch it, correct?
No, I didn't.
I don't blame you. I really don't. I really don't blame you. I wanted the one thing I was more concerned about, I wanted to see if he was going to start saying some stuff that was going to send off his stands at all these people. And the funny thing is that now we have a situation where it is reawoken all those haters towards people like Anna Quinn Fitness. They're going over to her Instagram and just, okay. They're basically saying, I hope your baby dies, literally over and over and over and over and over again. It's really bad. It's really, really bad. And the thing is that this is not how you treat other human beings. We've talked about this yesterday in the last show. This is not how you do things, y'all. Men, you have to be gentlemen, period. All right? Period. Take the high road always, if you can. Now, I understand, Fresh and Fit might be teaching some of you guys a completely different tactic, like put them in the place, make sure that they feel it, so on and so forth. Hey, if that's your MO, that's your MO. But in my world, it's, hey, you stay human. You stay a genuine human being. You know what I'm saying? You do your best to be the right kind of person. Not, let me try to up this as much as I can. That's just BS to me. Straight up, that's just BS to me. But you know what? I will open up the phone lines, okay, or the lines here.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
Yeah. So I did click through the video, but I only watched like 2 or 3 minutes. I didn't watch a whole lot, so I can't say much on it. But
Right.
From what I did see, basically, honestly, it matters more what they've done than why they did it to me. So even if they did have just reasons for what they did, that doesn't necessarily mean they had a justification for the way they're behaving. And yes, other people are acting poorly in some of these cases as well, but that doesn't excuse them. And having a reason for what you did doesn't necessarily mean it's a logical justification.
Yeah, I agree. It's just, like I said, this is all like, this is a whole can of worms that I feel like could have not been a huge ass can of worms, in my personal opinion, if they just addressed it earlier, if they just stepped forward and did what they needed to do. Then on top of it, to just add one more thing, I really do feel like they could have stepped up to, like Myron could have walked to her to Miss Cheeks or Gray, and he could have been a gentleman about the whole situation with her too, treated her a little bit more kindly behind closed doors, so that she wouldn't come out and put all this stuff up. You know what I'm saying? Trying to put her on blast or put him on blast and trying to bury him on social media and stuff. If he had just stepped up and was a gentleman about the situation, I think that this would be a completely different outcome for him. This is the thing I keep saying over and over and over again. There's a certain amount of responsibility when you have that kind of level of clout, level of power. You have to approach the situation the best way possible. Not, oh, I got clout, I don't care, so ego is going to come into play and let you say, and you think you could say or do anything you want to other human beings that you don't know what that person's going through. You don't know what's going on in their mind. You don't know if they have, what their mental health is like. I'm just being real. So then when you start treating people like trash, or you treat them wrong, or you treat them in a way where they feel like they've been wronged, what's going to happen? It just goes off, especially when everything else is going off at the same time. They're going to jump on that same train and go, hey, I mean, if this is an opportunity to take them down, let me get on this social media. Just saying. But we got some people on here. Let me throw Jordan on. Jordan, what's up, man?
Good morning. How's it going, guys?
Man, chilling. Where you calling in from?
I'm actually calling in from the DMV. I've been following Fresh and Fit for like a long time. Like I originally started following them when they had around 10,000 subs. So I was there for the early days. And for me, like this, like what happened last night really showed like how their show is transformed. So from the beginning, I think they were more straightforward. There was a little more honesty with everything. But over time, there just became this level of a toxic element. And it even manifested in how they kind of dogged out everyone, because going through the live stream, they really burned bridges with a lot of people in the community. And that's one of the biggest issues that I have with them. I'm like, and this is what even Abba was talking about. They don't seem to have any integrity. Like, that's just me personally. They don't seem to respect other men in the space. They don't seem to respect women in general. And that is one of the biggest issues that because my thing is, I understand where you're coming from with certain issues with like divorce and certain issues that affect men. But at the same time, you don't need to hate women in order to address that. And I'm not saying they personally do hate women, but I'm saying like the crowd that they're attracting, because even what's going on right now, if you go on Anna Quinn's like Instagram, there's like basically almost death threats going on down there. And Myron, and what I don't think from a legal standpoint, Myron even understands what he's doing, because even some of the responses that he came with to Miss Cheeks, him saying, well, I didn't wear a condom, but I got good pullout game. Like, bro, do you understand? What does that even mean? Do you understand like science? Do you understand the reproductive process? So, I mean, I think this whole, and then I think what's going to happen now too is their whole live stream, they really spent about, like, I didn't watch most of it. I went back and like checked through like some of the key points once they put up the the tags for the time points. And it really felt like they opened this Pandora's box now, where there's gonna kind of be like a going back and forth. Because I feel like a lot of people, like I even saw like O'Shea responded already this morning. A lot of people are gonna respond back. The two guys who went with them, the employees who used to work with them before, they've already talked about how they're gonna respond back. Abba and Preach are probably definitely gonna respond back, because these guys lied about Abba and Preach. The episode before, they said that we're burying the hatchet, and now they're saying, oh well, let's box again, Abba and Preach, even though Abba has shown text where Abba and Preach agreed to the boxing match, and Fresh said, no, well, we need producers and $500,000 to get this going on. So a lot of what's going on right now is, I think this situation is kind of going to escalate when they had an opportunity to basically end it last night. And I don't think this is going to end. I think it's just going to keep on escalating, and we're going to see where it goes from here.
Yeah, I mean, I was hoping that this was going to be what you, as you said, a situation where they were going to just literally bury the hatchet, right? Like, they're going to come in, he's going to come clean, he's going to say what he needs to say. He's going to have, from what I'm understanding on the other side of the fence, that he would at least step up and say, and keep it at least factually correct as far as the timelines and all that. At least on the Anna Quinn side of things. As far as Miss Cheeks, I need to throw this up really quick. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Gervang said, excuse me. So what did Myron say about Gray? Basically saying that she's crazy, that she is probably not pregnant. And then he had a audio recording of a conversation that he had with her on the phone. And, basically he was saying like, hey, are you willing to take a pregnancy test? Have you done that? Blah, blah, blah. And she's like, I'm not going to finish saying anything. You know what I mean? I'm just, I'm not gonna deal with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna give you that information. I'm not gonna confirm nor deny that information. So excuse me. So when it comes to that, like that's for me, I'm like, okay, if you really are, if you really, this is the only part that I say. This is the part that I feel like I would be like, yo, this is my response to this, or this is how I feel about it. If you really, and this is honest. So, like I said, don't kill me, but I do truly believe that if you are really pregnant and the man you claim is allegedly the father of the child that is growing in your belly, allegedly,
Yeah.
and he asks for you to show him a positive pregnancy test, doesn't matter if he's the richest man or the poorest man on this planet, you do the test and show it to him no matter what. That's what I think. So that part, it's like, why be difficult? That's the only part that I was looking at. I'm like, come on. I understand that you're mad at him. I understand that he done messed up and all that. I understand that he treated you like trash, but yo, show the Carfax.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I want to see. Let's see. I got Kareen 11 in the house. I'm bringing another guy on really quick. Kareen 11.
Hi.
Yes. Hello. I am good. Where are you calling in from?
I'm calling from Brooklyn, New York.
Brooklyn, BK.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for calling in and everything. Thank you. And everybody who's watching right now, please engage. Hit that like button down below. That would really, really, really mean a lot. Okay. Send that mug all the way through 200 likes. That would really mean a lot. Okay. Kareen 11. What are your thoughts on this story?
Okay,
Sorry.
Okay, I've been watching you guys on and off. Your commentary on the whole situation. My thing is, someone brought up escalation. Escalation takes two people. Okay, so yes, I know everybody's want to down F and F. They want to down them. I don't agree. I'm not a stance. Let's just put that right there. But I don't agree with this piling on, this piling on, this piling on. Now, these females in the picture, these females contributed to the mess as well. The Anna Quinn lady, I'm sorry. Like I said before in other panels, how are you saying these people are going to be responsible for the death of your child or keep putting you in a bad place and you're not coming off social media to protect your child and to protect yourself? If these people are bullying you and this is causing you to have problems in your pregnancy, any doctor, anybody in your life will tell you, come off social media because that's contributing to your health and your baby's health. So come off social media. And like I said, she's the one who engaged first by putting these people information out there. She, based on what I see, she took the conversation and placed it online and did a poll. Why did she do a poll? Oh, is he high value? That part I didn't like. Like I said, she engaged in the mess. She's a public figure. You engaging in the mess, even though the trolls are disgusting and no one should give anyone death threats or anything like that. I definitely don't agree with that, and I think that's criminal. So all those people that's doing things to her, she should call the police on those people. But you engage in this. You engage in this mess. It takes two. Like that's the problem with people. Y'all always want to pile in and fresh, but don't want to hold other people accountable in this story. There's other people that are accountable as well. And that lady, the baby mama, so-called pretend baby mother, whatever she is, she went on different platforms talking about them. So no one would have known about her if she didn't come out and start talking about them. So she putting herself in the mix as well.
I see that point too. I thought that I'm be straight funky with you, just to be completely candid. Like I said, still have a lot of respect for her, and I hope that whatever's going on is that she makes her decision on what she needs to do. Maybe she gives him a positive pregnancy test to prove everything, because obviously there's now a lot of people speculating that she's not pregnant now, and saying, talking about her mental health and whatnot. But I did find it, she came onto my show, we did the interview, we talked and all that, and then next thing you know, she's on other other shows, and not saying anything bad about being on other shows, but it's like you're on for 6 hours. And
Right.
I'm like, wait a second, what's this all about now? Like, at
Everything
first
is
I was like, hey, I want, let's come onto the show. I know she was like, I'm really shy. I don't know if I really want to, not trying to say anything bad, but she's just like, I'm not comfortable being on camera. And I'm like, hey, well, I need to have your face on camera so that there's proof that this is actually you and not just because I'm just talking to you on the phone. Right. But then next thing she comes on, she does the interview, but then, like I said, it was just weird. And I'm going, okay, what is the agenda? What's the goal here for her? I thought what was said and what was needed to be said was already done the night before, and now we're over here. It was just so strange to me, and that's fine. Go in there, clear some of the air type thing, but then it just turned into something more, and I'm like, okay, interesting. You know what I'm saying? It's interesting. Like I said, I'm on the fence personally. I'm struggling with this internally as well because at the same time, I'm not trying to dog Fresh and Fit. I'm not trying to dog Gray. You see what I'm saying? I'm not trying to dog the situation. I'm just trying to hear it, understand it, consume it, and try to ask as many of the right questions that I can for other people to hear so that they can come up with their own solutions, right? But I keep looking at this stuff and I'm like, okay, some of these choices were not so great for her.
right. And for him and F and F, yeah, they also are, sleazeballs. They act really sleazy. A lot of the content. So I think it's a teaching lesson for all you guys content creators to see how y'all moving, to see how people move with you guys, to see how people can set people up. This it's like a drug, this cloud thing. To me, this addiction to wanting people to trend or whatever it's kind of like an addiction. Like there people are coming out the woodworks with all kind of stuff. Listen, they were wrong for their initial behavior with Abba and Preach. They were wrong about that. I totally agree with you on that. But the other things is just a pile on. And then for me, as a person who have a mind, when I see everybody piling on, and it's not really credible. If they did something to you, they harassed you or did anything that's illegal, take it to the police. Why are y'all coming on social media? If y'all have a police report, people will believe y'all more. But when y'all do these cloud chasing things, y'all showing things on Instagram, and then y'all getting mad that they showing stuff on their platform. If you started it by showing it on Instagram, what do you expect him to do? You started it by showing the conversation on Instagram.
Now,
And then you're trying to say that it's his fault. She initially started it, and that's the issue. People cannot have intellectual conversations saying that, oh, he doxed her. He did not dox her. She's a public figure that put their private conversation to her audience. Okay? She started it. So you are getting the backlash and you're not liking it and you're blaming people for your health issues, which I honestly don't like. That's my issue with her, the Quinn lady. I don't like that. If you're being harassed, harassment is a crime. Call the police, right? Call the police.
right.
So that's not fair. Like, we have to be fair to people. You was a content creator yourself. Any girl could come on and be like, oh, the Pascal guy did this to me. Oh, Dave did this to me. Jordan did this to me. Anybody could come on social media and say stuff. You may have people could edit your texts and all kind of stuff now. The technology is so good that people could really set you up. My point is, I'm not saying that they're priests or they're saints. What they did with the sleazy way they was acting is wrong. You could tell that they're creepy. You could tell that they don't move good with people. Fine. But let's not pile on without getting the whole story. That's my point. We didn't get the whole story, and everybody was piling on without the whole story.
That is very, very true. That is very, very true. Real quick, last words, Jordan.
Okay, so I just wanted to respond back to one last thing that you said to Kareen, because my whole thing with this is Fresh and Fit are coming from a standpoint where they're basically leaders for young males. And my issue is how they engaged in this. And that's been my issue from the beginning. From Anna Quinn to even the issue with Gray. if you're telling men not to sleep with single mothers and to have unprotected and to not have unprotected sex and to not engage with women through your business like that, you shouldn't be doing it.
Practice what you preach.
Issue. That's my whole issue. So yeah, practice what you preach. That's my biggest issue. Anyway, thank you for letting me on.
Jordan, thank you so much. And Kareen, thank you so much for being on. I really
thank you. Have a good day, guys. Bye.
You too.
Bye-bye. Real quick, I'm going to throw in two more people here. We have Madeline and we have Chibuku. Hopefully I got that right. Say again.
Everything you don't like, you do to systemic racism. Unfortunately.
Hello. Okay, he's listening.
That dude was having a way deeper conversation.
No, he's actually watching Ben Shapiro. That was Ben Shapiro's voice. Okay. Hold on, real quick, Madeline. And then let me see. I got Oswin Speaks. Madeline, real quick. What are your thoughts on this?
I don't have any particular thoughts on this situation alone, specifically, but it is my belief that the FBI needs to start getting involved when it comes to internet crimes. I understand calling the police, but the police can't do anything if you're getting harassed online from somebody who doesn't even live in the same state as you. That's why the FBI exists. And that's who that needs to get in touch. Anybody can get in touch with the FBI. You can make a call, you can make a report. You just gotta not call the police because they're not going to do anything for you. And it is my belief also that this they need to create a division in the FBI if they don't already, like a completely separate division that handles public figures on the internet that track down every IP address that says these horrible things to people, like I hope you die, I hope you kill yourself, I hope you lose your baby, anything like that. They need to track those people down, those IP addresses, take those machines that they're utilizing and not allow them to have any. And that could be their punishment. That could be them doing time. I don't know if anybody out there has seen the movie Hackers or remembers it. I don't know if you remember
Angelina Jolie all day.
Yes, sir. Yes. But they used to actually come into your home and take your shit. Oh, sorry. They used to come in and take your computers and your hard drives and your floppy disks and confiscate it because they were doing something bad. This is just as bad, if not worse. This is a crime in itself. This is verbal assault at its worst. And when you have a presence and you start speaking some ish, and then you get a whole bunch of people coming after whoever you're speaking ish on,
right?
You should probably feel some of that punishment too, like have your electronics taken and not allow them to have any.
Yeah, I mean, with this, it is interesting how everything is, we live in a different time now, where we find more people going straight for their phones and their social media platforms before they actually go and seek legal help. If they see something that is see something that could be an offense of some sort, you know what I'm saying? It is very interesting how people are reacting, how we initially react nowadays. Like, for example,
react without looking at
you won't see me. For example, you won't see me going straight on my Instagram or my Twitter personally to put somebody on blast, because I do get instantly. I think, man, I don't want any backlash. I don't want any more. I don't want any smoke. If it's something where it's a legal situation, I'm just saying personally, I feel like the initial thing I would be doing is speaking to somebody, speaking to a legal professional to get the proper advice, or speaking to my friends, and saying, hey, what should I be doing? What shouldn't I be doing? That's what I instantly would be doing first before anything else. But we live in a different time now where people, their friends, their family, their fans are instantly on these social media platforms. And so instead of calling up that one friend to find out what's going on, you're talking to your thousands of friends to see what's going on there as well. Hold on real quick. I have a $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Music. A young black American mind is an absolute terrible thing to waste. Certain attorneys can make a great cause of manslaughter for a woman's birth loss. I mean, the thing is that is very Music has a very good point there. But like I said, I'm hoping that I am thinking positive thoughts towards the baby for Anna Quinn Fitness. I feel like this, I'm hoping and sending as many positive energy, vibrations, prayers to her baby and the survival of her baby. I'm hoping that she turns off her social media for a little bit, just so she can get away from all this negative energy and focus on the growth of her child. Oswin Speaks is on with us. What's up, my brother? Where are you calling in from?
Hey, what's going on, man? I'm in Queens, New York. How you guys
Queens,
doing?
New York.
I'm in there.
What up? What up? All right, man. What are your thoughts on this situation? Speak on it, man.
Basically, for Fresh and Fit, I believe they made a couple of young men mistakes, primarily due to the ego, pride,
Facts.
a lack of understanding and the knowledge of the knowledge that they speak every day. So they have all this knowledge of women, stuff they studied, but they don't know how to apply said knowledge. You see. So when they get in the actual situations of having interactions with these women online, they don't apply the knowledge that they know. So they come off as complete assholes.
Mm-hmm.
So he knows better, but because of his lack of respect for the woman he was dealing with, specifically Anna Quinn, he didn't show any respect to her. And this is one of the consequences of doing that. So, but my opinion on Anna Quinn as well, nothing against her, but I think she was cloud chasing and it backfired. It's a little bit of a cloud chasing, virtue signaling, and engaging in shaming tactics because she was offended at Myron's approach. And because she was offended at that, she became defensive by putting his information online, basically, putting up the stories, getting the polls out there to get other people's opinion. She wanted to, shame him for his attempt to make a whore out of her because he was an asshole in how he approached her. So she wanted to get back at him by putting that stuff up there in the polls. And, it's a mistake on both sides, in my opinion. Yeah. She kind of helped to cause what's going on with her right now by making things public because men approach women in DMs all the time. Many of them are assholes, complete assholes. But when you make it public, what's going to happen after that? I mean, you kind of brought it on yourself. So now when you're trying to say, okay, my baby's about to die and it's your fault, I can't completely agree with that.
Well, wait, hold on. Wait a second. She didn't say, I mean, from my understanding, the way I took it, and I can see why other people might take it how you just took it, but she said it is not directly in relation to the Fresh and Fit stuff, but the stress is not making it any better for her to bear this child. She didn't say anything as far as like, no, it's all your fault. She didn't say that. I just want to make that abundantly clear. She said it even in my interview with her too, and I don't know if she said it. She said it even in the video as well. The most recent one where she was like, "Hey, you better be careful what you're saying about me here. If you're going to be on live tonight, careful what you say." I mean, that's literally what she said. Just so you know. But go ahead, Oswin. I didn't mean to interrupt you, my brother.
No, understood. Because I'm chiming in based on the basic information that I got last night from watching the live, and
right.
I watched pretty much most of it. My girlfriend sat with me, and we watched most of it, and we kind of came up with our own opinions based on what the information that was shared. Now, in my humble opinion, like I said, Myron and Fresh, they're immature young men. They're assholes, and they did not. They don't carry themselves the way they should, based on how they perpetuate this whole high value man thing.
Right.
A woman that was on the lead attorney, the same live that where I saw you first, she basically called Myron a high value Dusty. So I kind of agree with that. But at the same time, listen, everyone has to take responsibility for their part in this, right? So that's all I wanted to say on this. These guys are douchebags. It's completely clear. However, everyone has to take responsibility for their part. When you make something public that was private, it's a direct message. And then you get some kind of backlash from that because you did that to someone that was a public figure as well. You have to take responsibility for that as well. That's all I'm saying.
You know what? And I appreciate you saying what you said, Oswin. I got a couple more super chats here I got to throw in here. Robert H., thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Fit denied leveraging the relations with Anna, saying he just wanted to date her. Cap. She does need to log off. Nina was 100% exposed for jumping to conclusions. So there it is. I mean, let me bring that back up. Yeah, I mean, so she talked about it. Anna, talking about Anna really quick. Anna was doing her thing. She said, hey, because right off the bat, he was professional. And then it just took a left turn, a hard left. And he was like, I'm only interested in doing things that aren't platonic type thing. And then, of course, laughy face or whatever they put in there. So he was quick to shoot his shot. Right. And then, of course, she was sitting there going, well, what is that? Like, I thought I was coming out to do an interview. Now it's something completely different, so on and so forth. And of course, that made Myron, when she was kind of responding back to him, made them feel some type of way, made him feel some type of way to the point where he was like, he goes back at her. Now, he does say in the show, hey, I was wrong for doing that. Sure. But, it was a lot of buts. Like, he didn't really take full accountability for his actions with Anna Quinn Fitness. That's just my own personal opinion about that. But Oswin, thank you so much for being on. I really do appreciate it. Let me pull up another person here real quick. Keisha Callwood. Hey, where you calling in from?
Hi, Pascal. Hi, everyone. I am calling from the Virgin Islands.
Right on. Virgin Isles. Okay.
Yes.
So real quick, what are your thoughts on this really quick?
I'm so glad you said that he did not take full responsibility. This is the problem. It's kind of this, you can, as long as you don't get caught, you can just keep going. Now, maybe Anna shouldn't have put it online. I don't have a problem with her putting it online because his name wasn't there. She's a social person, and this generation, that's what they do. They communicate online. In the pandemic, we're all inside. That's her social group. That's how she communicates. That's how she talks to people. She's not just walking out there talking to everybody, and that's her business. If she's not online, she can't support herself, and she daggone sure can't support a baby. So I don't have a problem with her being online and putting the poll online. I have a problem with him telling his folks to harass her. She didn't send anyone to harass him. He was fine with it. He said, if you want to go harass her, go do that. And they put her information out there. That's not okay. And we can't make excuses for bad behavior and then say, oh, I did something bad, but just keep it moving. Because if she had truly done that to him, we would not forgive her. And we have to stop doing that. And all of this other stuff coming out, they have wronged too many people in too many different ways. And it's called karma. You have to expect it. You can't dish it out and then you can't take it when it comes back. And then you make excuses and say, I'm sorry, but if you didn't do that, then I wouldn't have done this. Give me a break. That's not an apology. It's all this apology, non-apology, foolishness. Young people need to understand you have to stand on your word. Your word has to be your bond. And if you're not going to live like that, no one will trust you. And eventually, everyone will run away from you.
Facts.
I won't take up your time.
That's okay, Keisha. Thank you so much for calling in. I do appreciate it. But I do agree with you on that. It's called accountability. It's called stepping up to the plate, taking full accountability for what you've done or whatever. Or if you can exonerate yourself, if you can put show that you are an innocent person in the situation, that you didn't poke the bear, you know what I'm saying? You didn't instigate nothing, and you have that right there, then boom, You know what I mean? There you have it. You see what
And
I'm
you
saying?
can't be a predator and intimidate everyone, whether it's, you don't, coercion is not just force, it's intimidation, which could be psychological. I'm better than you, I have more money than you, you're less than me, I have more powerful friends than you. You can do it in so many different ways. So, this whole Miss Cheeks thing, or I'm sorry, Gray, she may not be pregnant, I do not know, but he did coerce her and he did take advantage of her and in some way kind of brutalized her if what she's saying about how they had sex and when she wasn't okay with it, he didn't stop. So these are all horrible things and we're just like breezing over it like it doesn't matter. It matters.
Right. And I do think that, yes, there's a certain level of like, it does matter. Because, you got to remember, if this is somebody who is selling you, if this is your snake oil salesman that's selling you this stuff, but then, he's full on fronting as something else,
Right.
that is not, it's not a comfortable thing. It's not a great feeling when you find out that the person that you've been watching or appreciating and consuming and buying their content and their products, only to find out that they're completely different behind closed doors. It's not a comfortable feeling. And the other thing too is I think it's really funny how quickly people will sit there and say, oh yeah, people are just oh, these guys are weak or simps or whatever, for just sitting here saying, hey, there's just certain things that he did that were not right, that caused this snowball effect to happen. It was not him. He was not. It was not like she Gray. I keep having Miss Cheeks in my head, and I know I say Gray every time. But like, it's not like Gray had sex with herself and allegedly is pregnant right now. She did this to him. You see what I'm saying? It's not like Anna Quinn went out of her way to make up a whole DM story and then try to call him out and put him on blast. He was actually the one going, hey, let's have, if you come over, we're having sex. You see what I'm saying? It's all there. It's all there in the DMs. It's all there in black and white. And so, like I said, he, of course, came in, did his thing, and he has every right to put in his truth, to put out his perspective. And it's up to us to just gather that information and figure out if this is what we want to believe or not. Who's right and who's wrong. You know what I mean? But Keisha, thank you so much for being on. I do really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
You too. Bye.
Madeline, real quick, you have any last words real quick before I let you go?
I sure as hell do. First of all, I do whatever I want, Sidecar Tommy. Thank you for the defense. And second of all, how about we just stop putting stuff that doesn't belong on the internet on the internet?
Facts.
This is not drama we should be even talking about or concerning ourselves with or stressing out about. I get it. I get that some people do need to get called out for sexual harassment. That's a really serious thing. But otherwise, handle it with the justice system, no matter how much faith you may or may not have in it. Call the FBI if you are being harassed or sexually abused when it comes to crossing state lines. And don't put that stuff on the internet. That just ruins the whole thing for everybody in multiple ways. You're not just affecting the person that you're trying to ish about or make people aware of. You're not just affecting that person. You're affecting all of us who, I mean, frankly, I don't give two craps about this whole situation. This is dumb because it shouldn't be on the internet, but and I was holding up my angel because Keisha has the voice of an angel and she needs to know that.
Oh, that's what you were saying. Okay. I was like, I don't know what's going on, and I'm trying to pay attention to Keisha. So, I was like, okay, I don't know what's going on, but okay.
Yeah, just handle behind the scenes. We don't need to know y'all's drama. We don't need to know any of that crap. If there's drama happening, that is not professional. when you're putting it online. And I know that not everybody should be expected to be professional. I get it. I mean, YouTube is literally a platform for people to almost do whatever they want. But I mean, this is so dumb.
Yeah.
We shouldn't have to be talking about this.
Yeah, hence the reason why this is the last conversation we have about this, because I'm tired of talking about
There's
it.
people dying around the world, and you're concerned about people being toxic online. I mean, like, yeah, it is serious. Yeah, it affects a lot of people, but there's other people around the world that are dying, being killed, being raped, being murdered, all of that. Sorry for the language.
You're good.
But, you know, it's like all of these people around the world have it way worse than you do. So to put your petty stuff online is just petty.
Yes.
And it's ridiculous.
Very, very true. Madeline, thank you so much for being on. I really do appreciate it. I'll be talking to you soon.
Hell yeah.
Bye-bye. So Kelly Kells. Hello.
Hello?
Hello, Kelly Kells. How
How
you
you
doing?
doing?
I'm good.
I
How are
think
you?
there might be a little bit of a lag.
Where are you calling in from?
Calling from UK.
From where? From where? Hello?
From England.
England. Okay. What's on your mind? Speak on it.
I think I tried to watch the show yesterday, basically, and this lad is annoying. So I tried to watch the show yesterday, and I couldn't really get past that Queen section because I just thought this is a big gaslight. This is all it is. It's a huge gaslighting situation because how are you gonna change the focus on what you did to how she reacted? Like, I can't go and punch you in the face and then tell everybody, look, she posted it online. Look how she's reacted. You can't cause offense to somebody and then tell them and dictate to them how they should handle that offense. And that's what he basically did last night, because he didn't deny the accusations. He was just saying, oh, look, she posted it online, she shouldn't do that. But at the end of the day, she protected his identity. He didn't protect her identity.
That is true. When you're talking about Anna Quinn Fitness. So when she posted it first, she was covering all of his face and his name and all that stuff. So she was not doxing him at that time. So yeah, I do agree. If I'm hearing you correctly, the doxing actually happened on his end for sure. But maybe he misspoke in that situation. I don't know.
Exactly true.
Pardon?
It's exactly true, but you can't
say that again.
It's exactly true. And it's like the whole situation is, it's like I can't ask you for a job. I can't ask you for a job and say, hey, come, I've got a job for you. And you say, oh, you want this job? Okay, you can't get this job unless you come. That's madness. That's mad. And the integrity of that is rubbish. It's rubbish. Like the guy's really doing rubbish.
Yeah, no, I couldn't agree more. Real quick, I got another super chat. Thank you so much, Robert H. Again, $5 super chat. He said, Gray probably isn't pregnant, but that doesn't excuse Myron standing by her if she got the termination cap. They saying he'd make her a single mother again. Yes, yes. She did say in the interview that she does have another child. She has a kid. And that it is messed up that he's not willing. He was like, oh, I'll be there for the termination. But then the option of signing away his parental rights, which I don't remember him speaking about in the show last night, but that piece was very interesting as well. That piece was just that's some wild-ish real talk. The fact that he was like, all right, let me sign away. You know what I mean? I'm gonna sign them papers. Like he was just cool with it. You know what I mean? From what she says, allegedly. We got Strategic Eyes in the house. What's up, my brother? How you doing, man?
Hey, what's up, man? Can you hear me?
Man, chilling. Yes, we can hear you, man.
That's what's up.
What are your thoughts on this whole situation, brother?
Well, I watched a large part of their live stream last night. It was very interesting. I mean, one of the things I got from it is that Myron doesn't take accountability for anything. But I put my investigator hat on, former sex crimes investigator, and I do not believe Miss. Are we saying her, aka or Miss Gray? I want to be politically correct. I don't believe her. I don't believe anything that she said. He played the audio. He played the phone calls. She's stuttering. She refuses to give him a DNA. I mean, not DNA, but a pregnancy test. Her credibility is in the toilet to me. Now, as far as Anna Quinn, her credibility sky high. I believe her. He tried to go through all of her messages and try and spin it his way. The messages speak for themselves. And I think what a lot of people are getting lost on, especially the gentleman you had before, I think it was Osway or something like that, Oswin. No disrespect to that guy. He totally lost the fact that Anna Quinn did not show Fitz's name. She blotted it out when she did her polls. It could have been anybody.
Right.
The only person who could possibly feel offended is the person who know that they did the transgression, which is him. So all of her fans, the entire world, the universe did not know that that was Fit that she was referring to. He's the only one that knew it was him. And then he went on his show and responded to something that nobody else knew involved him. And then he doxed her. So he's got to take accountability for that. You can't blame Anna Quinn. She's a content creator. She's using this negative interaction that she had with a total stranger for content for her show, not identifying a person, not doxing them. And then this person gets mad about it and then doxes her. That's a problem. And in his show, he said only one person, and he showed the 360 blessings guy when he's talking about her, like, oh, only one person called her up. That's a lie. He knows it. Everybody knows it. That 360 blessings guy was the guy who wanted clout, was willing to go on different shows and talk about the transgressions he did against this young woman, the disrespect that he showed. But there are probably thousands of people in that woman's inbox. I'm a content creator. I get thousands of people hitting me up, hating the things that I say. So you can't tell me that only one person hit her up after he doxed her in a live show that had tens of thousands of people in it.
You know what? You're absolutely right. You see what I'm saying? I'm with you, preaching to the choir. That's why I'm saying, like, I don't know if he misspoke, or he got his timeline a little messed up, or if he was manipulating the timeline for himself so that he still sounds, so he can still come out on top with this particular situation. When it comes to the Anna Quinn fitness situation, I feel like he messed up. That he most definitely messed up with the situation with Gray, Miss Gray. I like that better. Thank you, strategic. Miss Gray. With the Miss Gray situation, there's too many question marks that keep popping up. I don't know. I don't know. We don't know what is true, what is fake, what is real. If she capping, if this is some tall tale, we don't know. But the only way that she can really nip this in the bud, and snuff all the hate and all the speculations and all the skeptics is if she just shows a positive pregnancy test, period. That will make everyone shut the hell up. Real talk. C. Morgan is in the house. What's up, man? Where you calling in from?
Hey, fellas, what's going on from Jersey?
Jersey, what's up? A lot of East Coast. I like this. C. Morgan,
listen, man,
go ahead.
Now, I was going to say, this thing has taken over the whole fucking world. Like, when they say breaking the internet, I always take it as something that's a little bit of a far-fetched phrase, but this has really broken the internet, bro. Like, I'm a software engineer, and I have been more distracted by this whole beef, this random-ass beef gift that's been giving and giving and giving than anything else in a long time. So I'm loving it.
Yeah, it's been insane. So, I mean, okay, so you saw the interview, not the interview. You saw the live feed last night. Do you think they did good? Do you think they're exonerated or not?
Well, first of all, before I even answer that, Pascal, Davis, what's up? So to answer your question, to be honest, I thought based on how they were how they were handling things from the past week, I thought they were going to crash and burn because there's so much pride and ego in those guys. I didn't think they'd be able to be mature enough to humble themselves enough to tackle these allegations, whatever you want to call it. I didn't think they would do good. In my opinion, they did better than I thought they would. Did they knock it out of the park? Absolutely not. Was it entertaining as hell? Absolutely.
Absolutely.
So I watched it from 9 o'clock, and I checked out because I had to work this morning, and I got up into the point where they were going to talk about Miss Cheeks. So I saw your interview, and I saw the lead attorney's interview, and with her, you know, man, like, again, I didn't hear what Marin had to say about it last night, but I was always 50-50 based off her demeanor, the things she was saying. When she was talking to the lead attorney, she didn't want to show her face. When she was talking to you, she seemed a little high at that greenery, you know? So I was like, all right, I'm not going to make a conclusion on that. In terms of Anna Quinn, I do like the fact that we got more context of the interaction. There were some holes in her story, but the only thing that really, the meat and potatoes of that situation is the text of saying, you cannot come on my show unless we smash. Now, the argument with that is that there's a thing called intent and there's a thing called actions. Now, you can apply that situation to a lot of high-profile men, high-profile CEOs, high-profile businessmen, and people of all different industries, even acting, who have gone down based off just the text that they put, the receipts that they've given to another person. So it's not about what you feel. When you have the position as a public figure, you have to adopt the responsibilities that come with it. So you can't, like, put out to a girl, you can't, I mean, in text form, and I'm kind of like very loose with the verbatim because I don't have that shot in front of me. You can't come on my show unless we smash. The reality of it, you got a guy from Sudan, I don't know where Fresh is from, talking to a bright girl who I've seen her Instagram, I've seen her marketing, I see who her clients are. We know how this game goes. The past 2 years is not losing anyone in the chat. So we know how this is. So when you decide to get a studio, start a business, have girls in your show, you notice that your traction starts to skyrocket, you're making money, your profile is going up, you have to have some people around you to say, hey, this is where you're at now, this is how you can move, this is how you can't move. Martin is not a dumb guy. You know his past, he disclosed it to us last night, so we have a better understanding. But you can't text a girl what he texted Anna Quinn and then try to dismiss it saying, oh, I was frustrated, this is why I sent it. Because you sent it to the courts, and now the girl's pregnant, she's losing her baby. You know, the thing called sympathy, there's judicial sympathy, you know, so I think that was the way he tried to dismiss it, like, oh, I was just frustrated. She texted me at this point. I responded. I ignored her, and she responded back. Come on, like, people are calling her Karen. But yes, Karens do exist. And you know that Karens exist, and he should have known better. But, so you can't dismiss it. So sometimes your action supersedes your intent. Again, in terms of that Miss Cheek situation, man, your interview with her, I'll say, Pascal, you did a great job in terms of, like, letting her speak, seeing what her walls were in terms of what she will respond to, what she will respond to, you know, and getting her to open up. So good job on your part.
Well, I appreciate that, C. Morgan. I do appreciate that. And, you know, what you said, I mean, you know, all that you said, you know, I think we're all in agreement with that as well. You know, like I said, none of this, like, there's just a lot of bad moves, bad choices on multiple angles, right? Two wrongs don't make a right. And there's a lot of things that could have been handled that did not have to go onto the social media platforms on all levels, on all perspectives. You know, it's like I said,
one more point.
Real quick, I got this super chat that's just been sitting on this.
Cool. Never mind. I don't want to take up any more time. But thanks, guys.
Hold up. I just got a super chat. I just need to read the super chat and I'll give it to you. Hold on. So thank you, Death Mage, for the $5 super chat. She says, this is what I do know about Gray is he raw dog a chick he didn't know and didn't protect himself from potential baby or STDs. That's very true. If you got something, like I said, you practice what you preach. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. One more thing. Last thoughts, C. Morgan.
Real quick, I want to say I think hot take that Allende situation staged all the way. I know you disagree, but I feel like it was staged. I know you think it's a far-fetched idea that they would have to put a lot of different.
Wait, you mean wait, which was, you mean Allende? The whole kicking in the door? You think that was staged? Okay.
I think it was staged. I do. I mean, because here's what I'll put it really quick.
Shoot.
Allende can insecurity. Allende knows enough about him to make a video to make it seem plausible that there's some kind of friction. Allende never stepped in the door. Allende has to know that Myron has a gun in the place because he's worked with him for quite a few months.
True.
And then if you look at the exchange between those two and how the dynamic changed between like who's going to be the aggressor. Hey, come in, then don't come in. And then he's standing at the door. He screams Abba preach. Like if you're going to give heat to a person, I don't know. I just think it was staged, but that's just it. So I don't want to take up too much of your time. Chat, guys. Thank you. I'll be right here with everyone else.
All right, man. Thank you, my brother. Stay blessed. Peace. Let me get Mr. Monopoly in here. Mr. Monopoly, what's up, man?
Hey, how you doing?
Man, chilling. What are your thoughts on this situation?
Well, I think I didn't get to watch the whole live stream from Fresh and Fit last night. I had to go to bed, wake up, take my girls to school this morning. But I did watch at least all the way through the Anna Quinn bits and then some of the Nina Unrated. But the part that the entire argument, as far as I could tell, that Myron was making in his defense was that Anna Quinn was attacking him with no provocation on Instagram because she did put out the polls where she blurred him out originally and then later on put up stuff on Instagram, which was part of his receipts last night where he wasn't blurred out, and then saying that was her in fact attacking his business and slandering and everything else.
Right.
What he completely danced over and avoided, and it was on the screen the whole time in his messages, is before she did that, the message right before she said, "Fine, I will happily put you on blast," he literally told her, screenshot this and clout chase. And I'm not necessarily saying that she should have done what she did, but it was not in any way unprovoked. He told her to do it, throwing up a bluff, thinking that she won't do it or whatever the fuck he thought. And then whenever she called him on the bluff and screenshotted it and shared the shit without him being blurred out, all of a sudden she's the aggressor and she's attacking him out of left field and he has no idea where this is coming from. Mm-hmm. So he's now justified in blowing her up on a live stream where most of the folks who were watching that podcast probably weren't even aware of the beef to begin with, let alone who it was with.
Right.
And he brings it up and then talks about who it is. And then they also make a big deal about putting out her handle. Mm-hmm. And then doing the whole thing like, if you guys want to go roast her, fine. And then 30 minutes later in that show is whenever he tells people, don't fuck with her. Don't roast her. Sorry, pardon my French.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
Don't roast her.
Don't roast her.
At that point, though, this is already 30 minutes after the fact. How many people aren't watching anymore? How many people may have missed that part because they stepped out of the room or whatever, because it is a long podcast. Mm-hmm. You shouldn't have called it out in the first place. And it's disingenuous to put out this big story about how you were attacked unprovoked. And that is your entire justification for putting her on blast on live whenever you told her to do something and she did it. And that's the part that I have an issue with.
You know what? You got a point. He went to her and was like, "Yo, oh damn, I was just about to throw this to strategic. Oh, that sucks. Well, I guess he went away. He'll be back, I guess. But I'm going to bring this guy on as well. But here it is, real quick. But before I throw it over to Steven in this conversation, we do have a super chat. You are right, though, Mr. Monopoly. He literally went and said, "Go ahead, put me on blast." And she goes, "Well, okay, then I will." But she didn't put him on blast. She put the conversation that she had with him on blast. There's a huge difference in that. And then he went, screenshot it, reposted it, didn't bother to scratch out her name or anything of that sort. And yeah, he's the one who doxed her first, actually. So his timeline, like I said, is a little off. But like I said, I think all these two wrongs don't make a right, no matter what. You see what I'm saying? All of them are in the wrong for this situation. Adam C., thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Thank you. He said, "Sorry, that's too far-fetched for it to be staged." He's talking about the Hyundai Timberland boot kick in the door thing. So it's far-fetched for them to be for it to be staged. So them getting fired months ago, was that part of the plan too? And that's a good question. Like I said before, it's like they sat down and they wrote out this whole breakdown of what what their soap opera was how it's gonna transpire. We're gonna have an alleged baby mama, you know what I mean, and we're gonna have a disgruntled fitness expert, and then we're gonna have disgruntled ex-employees acting a fool, kicking in the dough. You know what I'm saying? Like we gonna get straight crazy with this stuff. You know what I mean? We're gonna make this like Days of Our Lives up in this piece, but fresh and fit style. Nah. I don't think it was staged. Personally, I do not. I really don't think it was. But
really quick on that, for anyone who doesn't know, Authentic Alpha, the channel, and Large, his channel, I think it's Large or Large Productions. Both of them are putting out some of their side of the story and some receipts of their own about everything that happened with that. As far as I can tell, anyone who wants to go and listen to it and watch it themselves can make their own decision.
Right.
As far as I can tell, the beef between Myron and Allende
it's real.
It's real, and it's something that's been building up for a while, and it has nothing to do with anything else.
And I think it's one of those things where Hyundai is looking at all this whole situation, seeing the wrongs that he's doing to other people, that is throwing logs in the fire.
Oh, he wronged Allende. He was throwing. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like he's seeing this, and that's getting him more and more angry because he's seeing the wrongs, like these allegations that these other people are coming out saying, and he's going, "Well, shoot, man, he's terrible. He's terrible. He's terrible," and he's trying to make it seem like I owe that the money that this 100,000 subscriber party, that I got this money. They lying on my name. Now they're lying on these girls' names, man. You know what I mean? And it's finally just come to a head where he's Timberland boots to the dough at the doorway, going and acting a damn fool. Steven, what's up, my brother? Where you calling in from?
What's up, my brother? How you doing?
Man, I'm living good. We talking about this.
I'm actually Ugandan, brother. UAE.
Oh, you're in Uganda. That's what's up. Thank you.
You hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Oh, now he's breaking up. But if you can still hear me, what are your thoughts on this? Unless I lost him. Of course, right when I pull him up, he's gone. Damn. Okay. Well, I don't want to. Damn. All right. I'll put him down here until he comes back. We got Rennie.
Hey,
what up, man?
Man, you started this when I was going to a doctor's appointment, just got out, and I was like, thank the Lord.
Well, good to see your face, my brother. What are your thoughts on this?
Well, I'm going to go to the small point and the big point on this, because whether or not, what he did or not, most people, y'all youngins don't know, Ronald Reagan got shot because Jodie Foster had a fan that wanted to impress him. Jodie Foster was never accused of wanting the president shot. But if Jodie Foster would have said, I would like to see Reagan shot, and one of her fans went and shot Ronald Reagan after that, there's a link. Just like the situation with Anna Quinn. And I know, look, I'm a black man, and I knew I was going to get heat about helping out this white woman who did a Karen. And let's be real. Let's be real. She did a Karen. But in her doing a Karen, I don't think she should be dogpiled for 2 months by roughly 100,000 nuts. That's my take on it.
You know, I hear you on that. Yeah, you hit that left hard. Hit that left hard. So left turn hard. So here's the thing. I do agree. I think that she came out. She said what she was saying. Oh, you good? You parallel park like a mug. But what I'm trying to say is, like, yes, she said what she said. She did what she said. You know, I don't think that there's anything. I don't think there was anything wrong with the situation with her coming out and speaking about it, because it was instigated.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. He should have taken the high road from the very, very beginning, kept it professional. If he wanted to see if he can take her to bed, let's just say, he should have shot his shot when he saw her in person, not in the DMs. You know what I'm saying? Like, why are we texting each other?
Well, that goes to
use that to incriminate you. You know what I'm saying? Don't text somebody that kind of ish. Period.
That goes, right.
Right.
That goes to your integrity, to be honest.
Yes.
If you got integrity, you Mr. Pascal, got your own show, and I'm pretty sure with your Donnie Simpson voice that you've had opportunities to use your show to do other things with your show. But because of your integrity, which is definitely coming through with how you're handling these interviews and situations in the aftermath, because you're covering it like someone who is covering this professionally and not personally. You know, you said this about my mama, blah blah blah. You know, the way you're handling it is honestly perfect, but is an example of my issue, the bigger issue with these young men that are going to Fresh and Fit for guidance, when men like you and a bunch of other men who ain't flashy, don't have all the women jumping up and down, shaking their butt, and what a man is supposed to be. Alexander O'Neill put it best: if you want a man, strong but sensitive, anything you need, I'll be willing to give. Every day and night, I will treat you right. Not I will dog you out. Every woman's a hoe. None of that stuff. But these kids coming up are going, looking at the Fresh Fit stuff, and they're going, "Oh, that's what I need to be like." If you go look at ABBA had did, I went and looked back at some shows that ABBA had did after they went to Florida, and you could see ABBA had a problem with what he saw out there. And he did an interview with some white dude yesterday, and I really enjoyed his interview.
The No Jumper podcast. The No Jumper podcast. Yeah.
Yes, sir. And in that interview, he went and you know, there's one thing about, you know, just saying something, because some of these young kids are going, well, you shouldn't say nothing. If you see something, say something. Just like we told y'all with 9/11, if you see something, say something. If you see something going down that you don't agree with, speak your mind and keep it pushing. Abba went there. He didn't come back and do an old expose. He went back and he was talking about the mindset of the people there about, you know, we want $100,000 man, but you a $20,000 woman. And you you on the come up, and you telling these men to raw dog a chick, give plan B, and you also tell them don't date single mothers, but you got a bunch of kids making a bunch of single mothers.
Right.
I don't understand it. I don't understand how it works.
I don't get
then
it
you come
either.
back crying. Yeah, then you come back crying. She didn't have she gonna have the baby. Well, like my daddy told me and my uncle told me, you were the one who decided to lay with her. She didn't get pregnant on her own. She ain't having Jesus' baby. She having your baby. I don't understand where all this, you know, then they got some people, like I said, but I've always wanted to be a man ever since I was a child. And the values that the men in my life taught me was that whether or not you got $2 in your pocket or $2 million in your pocket, you should be the same man at all times.
Facts. Be a gentleman, period. Be a gentleman, period. Take the high road and be a gentleman, period. And yeah, I mean, if we're out here and sitting here saying that I now because I've just learned some of their lingo, like all girls are 314s. I mean, that's just are 304s. I'm sorry, that all girls are 304s. I think that's really messed up. That's not the right mentality to go towards another human being, in my personal opinion. But real quick, I got somebody else here too, so hold on. Sir Twiz, what's up? How you doing? Where you calling in from? Hello? Sir Twiz? Can you hear me? Okay. Letting you go. Let's see. One last. All right. We got Chike in the house. Cheek. Hello?
You're muted, man.
Yeah, you're muted,
Or
my
whatever your
brother.
name is.
Hello? Maybe he went to the bathroom or something like that. Okay. Last one. Marzette.
How you doing?
What's up, man? Where you calling in from real quick?
DMV.
That's what's up. Hey, how you doing? What are your thoughts on this real quick?
I just want to tackle the Auburn situation because I care more about that more than I care about the handlings with the ladies and all that. I think that
Speak on it.
Auburn Priest was treacherous. Let's be honest. They already told us last night all of the content creators that they had on the show that may or may not have a problem with what they were out here doing. They texted them first. The No Jumper guys hit them up. Hafiz from roommates hit them up. Rolo hit him up. Mr. Organic hit him up. And I think I saw SRT Bree in the chat last night. So all of the people that they held near and dear, or the people that they kind of had close to them, they texted them to make sure. Auburn Priest was on some Gossip Girl shit. And it doesn't matter how strong their convictions was that they did it or not. For them to make that their cabin video, Fresh and Fit would have been, they would have looked stupid trying to defend their friendship or their business relationship with Auburn Preach after they came out with the no, your captain video. So I just don't think you can chalk it up to it's just entertainment. They're just content creators. I think they felt betrayed, and they definitely were. That's my take on the Auburn Preach situation.
With
and they should
Auburn Preach.
definitely throw hands for free.
I mean, I hope that they could take the high road and just be able to discuss this like real gentlemen, like real men, and not have to go into fisticuffs. But at the same time, if they really do want to go into a tussle, this is what I say. Make it a big event, stack up on that bread, but use that money for a charity and do something good with that money. Do something good with that money from this negative thing. That's why I say, if they ever decide to go toe to toe. Go ahead.
I was just going to add in that they invited them in their home. They invited them on their platform. They were still shouting them out months and months after they had already did the show with them. They had no smoke. And then next thing you know, like I said, they immediately released a video behind their back and went on and it seemed like soon as Fresh and Fit, and exactly Fresh and Fit did not react correctly in that situation. Yes, they definitely acted emotional. They shouldn't have attacked his wife. I don't agree with that, or his family. But if you watched what ensued afterwards, Auburn Preach immediately had all the receipts about what they had heard, and it was just more of the rumor mill. It was almost like they prepared to do it. And then you had all these other content creators who also joined in on the bloodletting. And it just so happened that nobody wanted the clout chase, but everybody was conveniently releasing videos after the Auburn Preach opened up the floodgates. But everybody had their own specific reasons. But all of you are releasing your goddamn videos around the same period of time after the Auburn Preach called them off for capping. But nobody was clout chasing. But everybody was putting out the video in the same time frame, attacking them or explaining the situation. Some people were very objective. Your show I have a problem with. TLA I didn't have a problem with, but it's a couple of other guys in the content creator sphere that they definitely were not objective.
Right. And that's the thing. Like I hear you on that. I mean, a lot of it is all about timing, right? It all plays around the whole thing of like, all right, this needs to be done or that needs to be done or this came out right at this time and why did this happen at the same time with this and so on and so forth.
All coincidental.
Yeah, it's very, very interesting. How things laid out, the timeline and how everything came out all at the same time. And of course, what sucks about it is that how it came out all at the same time instantly, even if they're telling the unadulterated truth, if they're telling the full-on hard facts, the fact that these are all going at the same time, it's going to start having speculations. There's going to be skeptics sitting there going, well, you put this out right now, bruh. Like how real is this? Is this real or not? You know what I mean? Or are you just trying to clout chase, grab whatever you need to get on all this? You know what I'm saying? Real quick, B. Sannon, hopefully I say that right. Thank you so much for the $10 super chat. They just said, just joined a second ago. But did you already react to Hyundai showing proof the door wasn't locked like Myron said? No, I didn't even know if there was a video like that. And if there is, somebody please send me or put in the link or send us the link because I'd like to see that for myself. B. Sannon, thank you so much for that. We got one more super chat and then I'm going to open it up again to you guys. Jay the Comedian, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Thank you. He said, what's your thoughts, Pascal and David, on Fresh and Fit charging outrageous, I guess, prices to appear on their show? Fresh and Fit wanted YouTuber JR Wisdom to pay $11,000 for one appearance. Wow. That must be all alleged. David, you haven't spoken a lot recently. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. While I do that, I'm bringing Steven in. It looks from Uganda. It looks like that's working. He's working now. Hold on one second, Steven. David, I want to hear your thoughts on this really quick. Oh, you're muted, bruh.
Yeah, as far as charging people to show up on your show, some people do that. It's like I've seen a few others do it, high-end kind of producers and stuff, but usually it's kind of a bad practice. You should just, at least in my opinion, because you typically don't get as many you don't get as much of an honest interview, and you don't get as many people to come on, and so the show ends up ultimately kind of being catered a certain way because they want to make money off of a certain aspect. So it's usually not a thing I'm a big fan of, but if they want to, it's still their business. I just don't think it would be good for their show and channel.
Yeah, so here it is. Because I'll be really honest. Fresh and Fit are not the only ones that do something like this. All right. TV shows do this. Talk shows do this. Your local morning TV show does this all the live long day. So your local, like, oh my God, we got whatever food store is here to show off their new food, and they're eating the food like, so delicious. No, they're not going in there for free. They're paying for their time slot. They're paying for their time. So when it comes to something like this, I can see, and it also depends on how popular that YouTuber is. If he's not super popular, but he wants to get out there and he wants to get on and all that, and get, be able to get some of their followers and stuff like that. Yeah, I can see them doing that. $11,000 though, that's a whole lots of money. That makes no sense for one appearance. That's a little ridiculous, but a little bit something so that they can get on the show. Sure, I get it. They have a platform, and that platform, being real, they have a platform they've worked their butts off for. I'll give them mad props. They work really hard. I'm not knocking their actual the production and how much work that they do. You see what I'm saying? They put in a lot of work in what they do. So I get that they can sit there and go, hey, come on through. But hey, there is a fee for you to come onto the show. Because honestly, we have a lot of followers. We got thousands and thousands of people tuning into our show. That's thousands and thousands of people that are seeing your face on our platform that are going to go over to your channel and hit that subscribe button. You're going to get to show off who you are. We're obviously giving you an opportunity to showcase that ass. So yeah, you're going to have to pay a little bit. You're going to have to shell out a few shekels. But $11,000, that's a whole lots of money. That's too much in my personal opinion. You got to keep it real. You know what I'm saying? That's a little much. You know what I'm saying? Steven, from Uganda, right?
Yeah, I'm from Uganda.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. I'm currently working in Dubai, so that's where I'm currently located.
In Dubai?
Yeah, I'm in Dubai. So, I actually wanted to talk about this because by the time it was night there, it was during day side, so I got the chance to watch the whole show.
Mm-hmm.
So, what I'm not going to talk about is the sexual harassment allegations because that happened indoors, so no one knows the truth. The lady might have said whatever she said, and Myron might have said whatever he said. No one knows the truth. But for whatever happened online, at least we have the receipts for that,
Yes.
So Myron and Anna Quinn situation, this since this was happening to a lady, it kind of touched my heart. But the way they portrayed, because I always see Myron when he's presenting on camera. But
Hey,
let's
real quick, Steven, can you hold on 1 second? I'm sorry. Real quick, I know David has to jump off, so I just wanted to say thank you, David, for hopping on and being a part of the conversation, my brother. I know that we didn't get to R. Kelly or anything else, but we're gonna go back to our regularly scheduled program show tomorrow. But thank you so much for coming on and being a part of the conversations this morning. Appreciate it, bro.
Yeah, man. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Yeah, man. All right, man. Peace. Sorry about that, Steven.
It's okay. It kind of gave me some time to think. So I was saying, we always see Myron present, but let's be real. In most cases, when you are approaching someone inbox, this is not like you are not acting for the camera. There are no cameras, so there is some kind of emotion attached to it. I will not say that whatever Myron, I will not justify that it was fine or it's okay. The approach was not good. But since he's a dating strategist, maybe he was trying to put one of his strategies on test. Let me say that. But the way Anna Quinn responded as well, it was not right. Because if something happened in the DMs, there was no reason you would you should put it on the stories. Because what it implies is she wanted her followers to go in on him, not directly, but to insult him in some way. And she went on to share their views to his inbox. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Meaning, she wanted to boost her ego somehow. That's why it got emotional. And Myron was in a state of I don't care what you say. If you expose me, you go on and expose me. So he's not thinking of the business. He's not thinking of anything. But now he's replying emotionally. Go on, do whatever you want. That's why she went on to expose the ones with the what? With his initials, with the names and so on and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
So when you talk about the accountability thing, I think accountability here, it goes both ways. Myron's approach, man, maybe it works on some people, but it didn't work on Anna Quinn in the Anna Quinn situation. Fine. But exposing the the DMs on the Instagram stories, I'm very sure she didn't do it in good faith, She was not like, oh, see this or see this. She didn't do that in good faith, but she just wanted her followers to go in on him. So that's why she went on to share the DMs, to share the responses to his DMs. So in that case, I just don't I can't blame anyone for anything.
Yeah.
So if it turns out that this Myron's followers went in on her and her supporters went in on him, that's why he shared the thing. So, man, this thing was all emotional and it didn't have to go that far.
It
that's
did
all
not.
I can say.
It did not. And I'm with you 100%. Stephen. I think that a lot of wrongs, a lot of bad choices were made. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
A lot of bad choices were made, and if only they just some of them took the high road, or made better choices, they wouldn't have had to be in front of the cameras last night doing a stream, which, by the way, was probably one of their biggest streams ever. Let's just be straight funky. I mean, at one point there was
It had
1,000 people.
It had the highest numbers. Yeah.
I mean, it was insane. But Sir Twiz, is your
Hi.
microphone working now?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, there we go. Where are you calling in from?
I'm calling in from Europe, Portugal.
Right on, Portugal. What's up, man? What are your thoughts on this situation? We going international today, y'all. Hit that like button down below. Hit that like button.
I did. I was the first 6 that hit the like button.
We got Dubai and Portugal in the house right now, internationally. All right. What are your thoughts on this, man?
So yeah, my thoughts are pretty natural because I followed them for a little bit, and then of course I followed Abba and Preach for a longer period of time. And I personally unsubscribed when they got to the emotional part, because I was looking for the male role model myself,
right?
To better myself, because I feel like I'm in a deep point in my life and I want to start my business and everything else. So when I was following them for the facts that they like to put out and show that how they are the alpha male and everything else, it kind of backlashed on me when they started playing with emotions, reacting to Abba and Preach's video. I do understand it though. Like they said, from Abba Preach's side, I'm still waiting on their reply to actually kind of make my mind up on how I feel about the situation, about them hitting them up, especially because they have been invited, especially because how Abba thinks. He thinks very logically. So he should have also understood how it would affect them. So that's something that I want to say as well. And for the addressing of the Anna Quinn situation, I've seen the beginning of the podcast till the end. I had no sleep until now. So I've been following the thing because I was very, very curious about the whole situation on how it went with Anna Quinn. Of course, I wish her the best with the baby situation and everything. But I always like to stay skeptic, especially in the day and age where we do believe women just on their word.
Mm-hmm.
So and like you said today as well, we always need to be the gentleman. We always need to take the high road. And my honest opinion, it does not work well for everybody.
Word.
Exactly.
I agree. Go ahead, Sir Twiz. Sorry, I thought Sir Twiz was still.
No. I just wanted to say something little.
Stephen.
For the Anna Quinn situation with Myron, someone had to be the grown up in that situation, because those DMs had to stop somewhere. Many people were saying by the time Myron was like, okay, you've rejected me, let's stop here. That's where someone had to be the grown up and everything would stop there. No one would even know about it. But they decided to be petty to each other. This one went and posted on the IG stories. She started DMing her the responses. He was like, okay, do whatever you want, expose me. Mm-hmm. She did so. Then he shared the thing. And man, that's where hell broke loose. And for the Abba and Preach situation, that's where I lost hope in the Fresh and Fit podcast. Because man,
yeah, it was not good. You're like, in my personal opinion, because you're messing with the OG.
Me as well. Yeah,
you're messing with you're messing with Abba and Preach, y'all. That's Abba and Preach. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm a fan. Of them. I love their work. I think they're, forward-thinking guys. They're free-thinking individuals. I don't think that they're in one bracket or in one box or one category. They think for themselves, and they say what they say. And some of their stuff is funny. Some of their stuff is insightful. And I like their stuff. But then when it was like all of a sudden everybody's trying to throw each other under the bus, I mean, they stepped forward and they had receipts. They showed everything, and put it out there,
Yeah, and the way they were justifying the numbers thing, yes, Abba and Preach actually thought about that. why didn't they communicate before they posted the video? If at all they were in good terms, they would be like, hey man, we reacted to your video, but should we post it? Like, will it make good content? If at all it was in good heart, but it's like they had some hidden agenda doing that. That's why these people felt betrayed in some way, and their response was worse.
Right.
Comparing numbers, man.
Yeah.
Today you are up, tomorrow you are down.
Exactly.
YouTube can decide to take away the whole channel one day, and it doesn't give a reason.
Exactly. When you start going, hey, we are better than you type thing, and you start gloating in that way, there's going to be people, it doesn't matter what side they're on, they're going to see that, and they're going to just be, they're going to be turned off by that hubris. Real quick, Sir Twiz, question. Bunch of people are saying you sound a lot like Larget. You aren't Larget, are you?
No, I'm not.
Okay, because I was about to say, wait a second. You can sit there and say, hey, I'm calling in from Timbuktu. You feel me? Anything is possible. But I had to ask real quick. A bunch of people were like, yo, he sounds like Larget. I'm like,
deep voice charisma. It's all right. That's all right. I got it.
Real quick, Son Masundi has hold on one second, Steven. Just gave us a czar $70 70 czars. I don't know where that's from. So what's good with David? Why are you so silent? Or is this just a black only space? No, it's not a black only space.
No.
But David has not covered this story. I've been covering this story, so he didn't really know a whole lot of it. So that's why he was so quiet. Usually he talks, he's putting in his commentary all the time. But this one he's been out of the loop in. I've been watching closely this whole particular story. But real quick, well, Stephen, real quick, you wanted to say something, and then I'm going to let you go.
Yeah.
I do have a video. Hold on real quick, because I do have a video clip of the actual kicking in of doors, so I want to show that really quick. So, Stephen, what are you going to say?
I was just going to appreciate you for giving me this chance to talk to you. Actually, I saw the show yesterday, and I kind of felt bad, like, about you personally, and I'm like, man, why is he going in on these guys this kind of way? But hey, you just proved that you were unbiased in this situation. When you went and talked to Anna Queen, then you are addressing their response. Man, I have no problem with you right now. I actually just subscribed and liked the videos because, that's all I have to say about. I saw your channel before, but when this hell broke loose, I had to go in because you were one of the people who were covering it in details. Most of them were just coming off clips, what, and you were covering the whole details. So
right,
I would like to appreciate you for that, not being one-sided or, Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Thank you,
Peace.
man. I appreciate it. You stay blessed. Peace, man. So real quick, I need to pull up this video because this is the video of, and actually, hold on. Let me get triple black is in here as well. Good morning, triple black.
Saga Fed, man. Hey, I'm South Florida, man. I heard you were Haitian, so I had to come and support.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it.
No
real quick, I need to pull up this video. We're gonna watch it together, and I'm gonna start wrapping up this show, guys. So, of course, I want to hear your thoughts on this triple black. But let me pull up this video because I haven't even seen this with my own two eyes. So we're gonna watch it together right the F now. This is literally the other side of the crib. Oh my God, this is crazy. Now, hold on, real quick. That's the door. I mean, it's closed. It looks like it's closed. Real quick. So let's play this video. It's 19 seconds long. This is nuts. Let's go. Does he kick it in really? Or does he just open the door? Whoa, it was unlocked.
Amu. Come outside, my nigga. Come outside, my nigga. Come outside, my nigga.
Bruh. Hold up. Didn't they say that it was kicked in?
Yes.
They said it was kicked in. I want to make sure that we're going to play it one more time. This is hella fast. I'm going to blow it up too so y'all can see it. This is 19 seconds. Door was unlocked, yo. They said it was kicked in. All right. I'm not trying to say anything bad. You never know. They might have been focused on doing the show, and then all of a sudden they just heard the door open, and then they just said he kicked the door in. But then they said that the door, the lock or whatever is messed up. They did say that. And if you don't believe me, go back to the other video we just watched yesterday or the day before, 3:00 in the damn morning. Okay, hold on. Let's play this one more time. I blew it up so everyone can see this one more time. This seems weird.
Yo, Amu. Come outside, my nigga. Come outside, my nigga.
Boy, oh boy.
Come outside, my nigga.
Okay, so there you have it. That was quick as hell, y'all. There you have it. Door wasn't kicked in.
No, what's the name explained that he went through on it. The thing is, I had to come on here. We've reached a point of diminishing return, and in business, especially with the fans and stuff like that. No matter how much evidence that you give them, those guys, the fix is already in. They're already locked in. I mean, there's no changing. And what's sad about it is there's nothing. Males and females are different, right?
Yeah.
But these guys are basically teaching their followers to pick up female tendencies. Because if you look how Myron operates, he operates like a modern woman, pretty much. Like exposing, text messages. Like they pretty much operate the same. Like him and Anna Quinn going on some back and forth stuff is pretty much the same thing. And the thing is, if people didn't really realize when they did that whole podcast last night, right? What do? They escaped accountability. They had a justification for every single thing that they did.
Every single
thing. They didn't take a hard L. What hard L did they take?
None. Actually, none. If you really think about it, the entire time it was I wrong with that? Yes. But was I wrong on that
there
thing?
You go.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I was annoyed. I was really I was in my emotions, so I felt like doing this. So that's why I went and did this thing. I'm like, wait. So everything is okay. Everything is fair when it comes to you messing up. But with everybody else, they have to take accountability. No, my brother, you have to take accountability as well. That's just how life is. If you make a mistake, you step up to the plate. You take accountability. Triple Black.
He made a whole show of cooking these females about their past mistakes. Oh, I was a hoe. Or I'm sorry to say that. Or I was a single mother with all, but this guy he manipulated me. But that's the same thing that they did. What hard L did they take in that whole podcast?
Yeah.
Name one. What hard L?
Zero.
Like what?
From what I saw,
I didn't see any hard L. He made the whole thing of the thing is it's a dangerous precedent, and what Myron doesn't realize, he just need to count his blessings, because it takes 10 years to be an overnight success. The reason, you have overnight success, take your L, learn from it, listen to the OGs because they've already been there. But if you keep making excuses and you keep digging yourself into a bigger hole, it's just not going to end well. You know what I'm saying? But the thing about it is I saw a podcast the other day where there was this young, fresh and fit supporter, and the whole time he just crafted it like there's some clout chasing going on. Like everything is clout chasing. When you force a person to take accountability, or if you call something out, it's clout chasing. If everything is clout chasing, you're just going to let everybody run amok. This guy needs to understand that the way that he's operating and some of the information and the rhetoric, the way that he's moving, is like, you can't sit here and cook single mothers and OnlyFans girl and get one pregnant.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Where they do that at?
Yeah. It's all bad. It's all bad. All of it. Bad choices. And then when, hey, we're going to talk about this on Monday, blah, blah, blah. Let's be real. I said this on another feed too. Let's be straight funky. Why would they wait till Monday morning or Monday evening to do a 4-hour stream to talk about this whole thing? Why not just do a quick video, stand alone, say what they need to say, and keep it moving? Why? One, It gives them time to put their story together, right? Whether it's true or not, I'm just saying, gives them time to put things together, right? Get all the screenshots, get the recordings, so on and so forth. But two, it brings anticipation. It's a really great marketing strategy. What do you think is going to happen? They had 30,000 people tune in last night for a long time. There was an average of 21 to 22,000 people tuning in for the entire course of 4 hours, a 4-hour stream, just so that they could listen to him say his piece. And it was very well crafted. I'm being real. As far as the entertainment side of things, he held a lot of things out. He dragged certain things on. He had his stuff. He had his receipts. He had blah, blah, blah. But none of it did he take accountability for. But guess what? They still scooped a whole big ass bag, not only just with the super chats, but with all the AdSense and all that stuff of all the views that they got from that stream alone. So in a way, he wins in this situation.
But the one thing for sure, and somebody told me this long ago, easy money is going to be the hardest money that you ever going to spend in your life. There's a lot of people locked up right now that got that easy money, and it was all good because anything in life, man, whatever is in the dark will come to light. And the thing about it is, we know this is just a tidbit. There's more skeletons out there. So
for sure.
Hey, you know what? Walk light. I just say, Myron, for your own good, walk light, because it's like a kid. You know how a kid get caught doing something, or a cheater get caught doing something, right? And they're able to skate it. What do they do like in the future? They do the same thing, right? They cheat again because they were able to get away with it. And what Myron is doing is setting a dangerous precedent for himself, because what he did, he just skated all the accountability. And who knows? I wish that brother luck, man. But I'm glad that you noticed that he was able to explain away even though he said it was bad, but he was able to explain it away. And they make a whole show about females not taking accountability. Why do you have 5 baby daddies? You know what I'm saying? Why have you got 100 bodies? And then they'll be like, oh, but, and that's the same thing he just did.
It's true, but he does explain why the body is different for men than female. So that's also just putting it out there.
No, you got a point there. JMJ's show channel is on with us. What up, JMJ? Where you calling in from? Where you calling in from?
Oh, it's me, Demar from Tampa.
Oh, right on. Okay. What up, man? What are your thoughts, man? What are your thoughts on this real quick? Because I need to wrap up the show, unfortunately.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna be a little quick with this, but I just want to say something, especially about young people like me, and that when I mean I didn't know until I found out that y'all was talking about Fresh and Fit and what was going on with allegations and all the sports and stuff. But I feel like they're sending wrong message to us young people, especially young men. And us young men, we got to deal with being confident about ourselves when we approach a woman. We can't do that no more. We can't do it no more because time's changing. Everybody on their phone, and it's kind of hard for us. But I feel like they're sending. I know that the way how they talk about things and about women and relationships is different, but I feel like they're sending the wrong message to the young man and also women, because women they really getting getting confused. And
Go ahead.
I got a family member who got I don't want to get in their business, but they got pregnant by a young guy who is really not really ready for the real world. And and I feel like that's hard for a woman to got to deal with that. But also I feel like us young people got to be more wise to find good information and found good people who could tell the truth about the relationship, how to be a young man, how to have your own place like I do. I mean, it's really important. And Fresh and Fit, man, I don't know what they're doing, but what's this guy named Myron and the other guy and
Fresh.
Preachers having the beef. Come on, if you're gonna do that, do it in the boxing ring, or if not, talk out like real man. Cause I don't want to see this. I'm too young to see all this craziness that's happening.
Yeah.
And, you know.
Absolutely.
So that's all I want to say. Just
okay.
Put it out there. You know.
JMJ, thank you so much. I appreciate your comment. Let's be real. Here it is. They have a certain amount of responsibility because they have a platform that has grown exponentially over the past couple months. And the thing is that and I'm not throwing any shade on their game. Like, hey, you go make that money, boo-boo. You go and do your damn thing. You know what I mean? You go and be successful, but just do it the right way. Do the right thing. There are things like there are people out here that don't deserve success. I'm not saying about them. I'm just saying, you see these people out here that are big hip hop stars or big movie stars and all that. But then when you meet them in real life, they're real douchey because they're used to getting everything they want, or their ego takes over their whole persona. And therefore they don't even know how to act with regular human beings because of the ego and all that. And here's the thing, they have a lot of opportunity here with this platform. There's a lot of young men like JMJ and a lot of other people, a lot of other young men that are watching their stuff, that are consuming their show. With great power comes great responsibility, right? So when you're sitting there, you got all these people tuning into you. You have to be on your P's and Q's. You have to make sure that what you're doing is practicing what you preach. Here's the thing. Here's the other question I have for even all my brothers that are a part of, and women and sisters that are part of this manosphere platform. Taking accountability is not part of the manosphere. Saying you're sorry is not manly. Those are the things that I automatically go, hey, what's up? What's up with this? Why can't somebody step up and just say, yo, I effed up on this stuff here. Okay. But I promise y'all, I'm going to be better. I've learned from my lessons. That's what a real human being, a real adult does. They take accountability for like, okay, I see what you're saying. Maybe they throw out their piece. Maybe they throw out their reasoning behind the thing, right? But then they go, you know what? Yeah, you're right. My bad. I made the mistake. This is where I was wrong. I'm going to take full accountability. No buts. No buts. Just taking full accountability for it. And that's it. Talk about the story, get in front of it, and be done. But hey, here it is. They did their thing, y'all. They went on their show. They talked about it. 30,000 people tuned in. And at the end of the day, it is up to the people who listened to make the decision whether that would suffice or not. Sir Twiz, Triple Black, and JMJ, thank you guys so much for being on. I really do appreciate it, guys.
Thank you for having us, man.
Yeah, thank you for having us. Yeah.
Anytime. All right,
really appreciate it, man, for letting me get on your platform, man. I really appreciate that, man.
Anytime, Triple Black. Yeah, you guys are always welcome back. You guys are always welcome back. All right.
And also,
go ahead.
Yeah, and also, just pray for the women too. Pray for them that they have to come up with the allegations. Just pray.
Yeah. We'll see what happens, man. Yeah. We'll see what happens. All right, y'all. Stay blessed, y'all. Peace.
All right.
Yeah. So, whoops. So I want to say thank you for everyone. Okay, because it is time to get going. It is about that time. I'm sorry, guys. It is time to get going. But for those of y'all that I missed in the conversation, I promise you, I will. We will be doing more discussions like this on the show. So please be sure to tune in. Okay. Tonight I will be having a show tonight. So thank you, Sensei. Where is that? these comments have been flying through. Where did it go? There it is. Sensei, quiet guy. Yes. Mark. Yes. There will be a show tonight at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. So be sure to tune in tonight. There's a lot to talk about. I got an interview with somebody very, very special. Very talented kid. He's on a Netflix show. So I'm looking forward to having him on tonight. He's going to be on to chop it up with me and talk about his upcoming projects with this Netflix show. Looks like there's going to be a sequel to his movie. But also at the same time, we will be talking about whatever is going on. Okay? We will be talking about a whole mess of stuff that has been popping off, things that we missed and all that stuff. And I probably will open up the phone lines later on, or the lines later on in the show tonight. So tune in, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Let's have the conversation. Let's have these conversations. Do me a favor. Please do me that favor. Before you guys leave, hit that like button down below. All right? Hit it, crush it. And don't forget to nuke that subscribe button. All right? It'd be really great to have you a part of the Pascal Show family. Okay? I will see you guys tonight at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Stay blessed out there. Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. All right? And I will see you guys tonight at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. This is the Pascal Show. Bye.
Homeowners and property managers, if you're looking for effective and humane ways to remove wild animals and deal with the damage that they have caused, we have good news for you. Introducing Wildlife Command Center, a professional nuisance wildlife management company specializing in providing animal removal for residential, industrial, and commercial clients. We are the only wildlife company that checks 70 different areas on a structure to determine the answers to the following questions. Exactly which animal are we dealing with? How is the animal getting inside the home? What kind of damage is the animal doing to the structure? Once we get the answers to all of these questions, we develop and write up an action plan to resolve the animal issue completely and provide a quote to implement that action plan. We perform a very in-depth 70-point wildlife inspection. From visually inspecting the highest point, the chimney, to physically crawling inside the attic space and looking for animals, chewed wires, fecal matter, chewed structural wood. We inspect everything. Our inspection process covers all of the following 70 points: animal-proof chimney cap, roof ridge vents, roof to soffit junctions, dormer fascia, attic gable vents, gutter lines, fascia trim, garage door, utility penetrations, water, gas, electric, and cable, bathroom vents, attic roof ridge vents, attic electrical, wiring, junctions, boxes, and lighting, concrete decks, additions, wooden crawl spaces, basement plumbing, penetrations, ceiling, floor, and wall. Wildlife Command Center's mission is to deliver the finest quality wildlife removal and pest control service that is safe for the environment. For more information, call us now.